Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So I've got some of my iOS devices here, iPad mini, iPad Air 2, and I've got some good things that came over from intelliarmor. I want to thank, first I want to give a shout out and a thank you to Jerome Johnson over at intelliarmor for hooking me up with some things for review. I really appreciate it. I appreciate being given the chance to support companies and at the same time keep my channel in motion. And these three items here have probably had these matte screen protectors on it since I bought it. And this has like a clear thing on here, but we're going to start from big to little, I'll say. I'm going to start with this iPad Air 2, and I've got a tempered glass for each one of these. I'm going to pause and zoom up a little bit. Okay, try to get some. We're going to get this installed on each one of these. This is a tempered glass for each one of these items, and I'm pretty excited. Let's get the blade out here. I have a link in the description to each one of these items that you could purchase. If you purchase this kit, this is what you'll get. You'll get the microfiber cleaning cloth right here. You actually get some buttons here. If you have one of the older iPads, this says iPad Air, but it'll work on the iPad Air 2 because, why? They're all the same size. So let's get it out here. Alright. Now I'm going to slide it out, hoping that it's not shattered or anything. Let's cut it open. Got another place to cut here. Alright. Let's bring it out. Looks like they got a dirt and film cleaner is what it is. But since I have a screen protector on it already, I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to peel this off and go straight in. And we're going to install this directly. It'll go on just like that, and it'll fit right into place. So turn my trusty fan around. Okay, so here we go. This is how you'll seat this. You'll first just peel this off and then pop it right down. So first let's get this old matte screen protector off. It looks weird actually. Let's see here. This has been on here since day one. I like to keep the original screens protected at all costs. Wow, that's crazy. It's been on here so long, it's like a little film there. Let me get my good cleaning cloth here, right here. Go over here. I'm going to clean this off. It's crazy how this thing has had this on here so long. And I'm just using two so my fingerprints don't smudge the screen at all. It's almost dirty, if you will. Let me lift this up and clean it. 1 second. This thing is dirty for some reason. It's had that screen protector on it since day one. So I'm going to have to use a brand new microfiber cleaning cloth and the alcohol wet because it is really dirty. For some reason, that particular screen protector made it extremely dirty. I don't know why, but yeah, I don't buy the highest quality screen protectors. When I do buy those matte ones, they cost like at least $2 to $10 is what I normally would spend. So you got the nice new cleaning cloth here. We're gonna prop this right down on here, and it's gonna go right in the install. Thing about microfiber cleaning cloths is sometimes when they're brand new, they have these little particles on it. They just fall right off. But we want to have it as clean as possible before we pop this on here, because once you put it on there, if you start to remove it a lot, you'll get lifts. I think we all know what those are when we have tempered glass. If you don't know, there are spots that just will not adhere, no matter what you do. So I am trying to get this as clean as possible before I pop this bad boy on. It's difficult to do sometimes, believe it or not. But I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I've got to get it installed before too much dust accumulates. You do have cleaning solutions, and these cleaners right here actually come in handy when you need to clean. So I might do a wet install or lightly damp install, because this screen for some reason was just dirty. First time having a tempered glass on my iPad. I'm using the home button to align. As you can see why I did that. Once you feel like it's there, do not press hard in the center until it actually, you think it's ready. In this case, I guess the tablet thought it was ready, because you can see it's actually coming across right here. You can see. You see it's actually adhering all on its own. This is a good quality tempered glass, because look, I didn't have to do anything. Look at that. All the way to the corner, this thing adhered. All the way to the corner, it went down on its own. And it is completely installed. You cannot even tell that there's a glass on here. Wow. That, my friend, is a quality tempered glass. Wow. I can't believe it. You can't even tell that there's one on here. Wow. And the more this seats, it'll really adhere. These do come off. If you were wondering, you can take off a tempered glass. If this was an iPad Air, I'd install a button down there. I would suggest that you actually do when you line it up, do like I did and use the button as a guide. And that way, you know, you'll get it lined up perfectly. Does that not look beautiful or what? All right. Let's move on to the next iPad mini. Get all this out of the way. We're going to move to the mini. And you can see the difference in how beautiful it is to have a tempered glass clear over a matte. You know, the matte sometimes takes away from the beauty of the screen. So now we've got the tempered glass on the iPad Air 2. Let's go with the iPad mini. I can probably guess what's going to be in here. You probably already know, same contents. Yes. I'll probably just use that same wet wipe where it won't mess up at all. We'll get this open. Careful with the blade if you're using a blade. Again, same contents. You get a nice cleaning thing here, but it's the same size as the mini, so that's perfect. But again, I'm not going to use that because I'm a professional installer. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. All freehand. So I'm going to get it open here. And same thing, I'm going to use the button at the bottom to align. I'll move this out of the way now. I'll use the button down here when I put it on to align to make sure that it's right. And we're going to do the same thing we did before. I'm going to go ahead and clean it. I'll put this aside for right now. Let's get this up. This too has been on here since day one. So let me clean this screen. This wet wipe should still be pretty good. Yeah, it's got a little bit of moisture to it. I might do a lightly wet install. Like when I said I want to do a wet install, basically, you know, like you saw me just do, just leave the screen a little bit damp. And as you saw with the iPad Air 2, it just kind of took care of itself. So let's do the same thing here. Lightly dampen. This one isn't as dirty. It's been sitting around for a long time. Need to get more use, but I got so many tablets. How can you keep up with them? All right. So another light damper install. Yes. We're going to peel off. And we're going to use, be careful not to touch the actual back side of the screen, because once you get dirt under these things, they are impossible almost to get off. So again, using the home button to line it up. When I drop, I got to make sure I drop in the right spot. And like I said, boom, I'm professional. Let's see if this one adheres the same way without touching it. See if it starts to grab. It'll just start to pull in on its own. Nope. So, one touch in the center if I feel like, and make sure you press hard in the center when you do this, because if you don't, you'll get spots where it's lifted, and you just don't want it to have it lifted. So it'll adhere. This one in the center right here, you'll watch that. I'll make that go away. It looks like I got some dirt under there. Or it's a little bit of, it's like a little air pocket, looks like. So this is where I get my trusty little speaking squeegee. Now see, I'm gonna try to do this right here on camera, because this is probably what's gonna happen to a lot of people. Now you see how I just pushed it all the way down? I'm actually gonna lift it. I'm gonna get that dirt out from under there right now on camera. Let me get this other cleaner right here. It's cleaning film, and you have to stick it under there. So let's see if I can do this real time. Let's see how good I really am. I've got lifters. Let's see here. Got some of these. I need to lift it up. I need to lift it up carefully. So these will lift the screen up. I got some more of them around here. They'll lift the screen up. I got some small ones. I won't use this big one right here. They'll lift the screen up, and I'll be able to get under there and clean this screen. Oh, maybe I do got to use the big ones. Wait, let me see. I gotta use the big ones. Yeah, I use the big ones. I don't want to tear that open. So I'm gonna basically just open up my dirt cleaner thingy. I gotta get the screen up safely. I might need to use something a little bit stronger, because this doesn't seem to want to lift the screen. So I gotta do something here. Let me pause for a second. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty tough. What I ended up doing was, and actually, to be honest, I just forgot to hit record again, or unpause. I actually used one of these and reached under. I lifted a little bit, and then kind of used one of these to lift under. So I haven't pushed it back down yet, but I'm hoping that it adheres nicely without the dirt bubble under there, because if not, I'll have to take it off again, and I don't want to keep getting lifts. Like right there, got another dirt spot. So before doing it, I'm gonna actually keep the film rolling this time and get this dirt from under here, because this is probably what a lot of, now this isn't a bad thing, this isn't hard to do, but this is what a lot of people probably run into when they're trying to put on a tempered glass, or or screen protectors, period. If you lift, even with regular screen protectors, you run the risk of having lifts in these dead spots. But I gotta admit, I've actually taken this screen protector off. You only saw me do it just that once. I've actually taken this thing off twice, and it still has no lifts, meaning there's no like bubbles that won't go down, like I talked about before. And wow, IntelliArmor has a good product, because I've taken this off. You saw me do it once, but I actually took it off twice, and to clean dirt out, and there are no lifts, and now no dirt, and I have a perfectly installed screen protector on now 2 iPad Air 2 and the iPad Mini 2. So you see, it is possible to go ahead and take it off and get all the pockets out. This particular brand, it has worked flawlessly. You just got to be careful. I'm not saying it's going to be flawless when you do yours. But just be careful when you are lifting. Try not to do lifts, because it's very well possible that it could get messed up. So that's 2 down, folks. Now let's move on to the iPhone 6. Okay, all right. So with this particular setup right here, this is a white front. It should be. This is for the white and gold iPhone 6s. It has a white front like I did the install the other day on my Galaxy S6. This is actually a white front for the iPhone 6. That didn't go so well. Careful with blades, guys. All right, so in this box, same materials here. You've got the cleaning cloth and you've got the cleaner. I will use the wet wipe this time. Thank you for sending plastic squeegees. These right here. I always use my trusty Spigen one because it is very good and it's very hard, so it can take pressing down. IntelliArmor, if you're listening, try to get, this is cardboard, that's a light plastic. Try to get some plastic ones, they work really good. So we're going to peel off this screen protector that's on here. And the good thing about the iPhone, the front of the iPhone 6 is it doesn't have any logos on it. So when you peel this off, like the Samsung has a Samsung logo up there, and I actually like my Samsung logo on the front. But we're going to peel this off in a second here and put on the white front. So this is what you can expect if you decide to order these items. And this is the white front for the iPhone 6. And you can see how this is going to line up. It still it won't cover your gold button on the front. And remember to look for a link in the description. Again, shout out to Jerome over at IntelliArmor for sending these items for review. So we're going to get this one installed. First, I'm going to take off this screen protector. And again, this has been on here for a long time. I mean, a long time. So we're gonna do some cleaning here. Some dust particles hit it right as I said that. I'm gonna go ahead and do a mild wet install. Do you guys do wet installs or no? Do you try to keep it extremely dry when you do your installs? How do you do it? This isn't the first tempered glass install on YouTube. I know because I've done plenty of them. So you got to make sure your device is clean though. But the plus about having a white phone is if you get some dirt on the white area, you can barely see it. Sometimes when I'm doing an install on a screen protector on a white phone, with a phone that has a white front, I don't even bother with it. If it's a little dirt on the front, doesn't even bother me. So we're going to go ahead and do the install now. Make sure the screen is free of dusts. So make sure you do not touch the other side. I'm going to bring it just a little closer to me. So I'm using both sides this time. I'm using the home button and I'm using the proximity sensors and the camera up top. You've got to make sure that you have this lined up because again, you don't want to lift continuously when you do your install. And only press down when you feel like you've got it lined up. Like right now, my proximity sensors are a little off, so I'm using the speaker hole up top, proximity sensors, camera, and I kind of pressed down a little bit right there once I got that done. And it's a little off, so I'm just gonna not lift and slide like this so you can move it like that. Only press down when you feel like it's where you want it to be, if it's lined up perfectly. And I think I'm almost done being anal. I gotta give myself a front look. I'm done being anal. This is on. And I'm going down. Booyah! There we go. This should adhere pretty good. I didn't see any dirt particles, but I will find out now if I had any. Now here's a situation where that might just be moisture under the part of the screen. Well, here's some dirt. Here's some dirt right there. I don't know, that looks like an eyelash. Wow. All right, so let me stop pushing it down, and I'm gonna get my dirt getter. I'm gonna lift just with my fingernail. And again, this is a white phone, so if in fact if there is dirt or something under there, oh, it's on the screen. Okay, somehow it's on the screen. So you just flip it up and grab it. You can see all that dirt. Wow, there it is. So now it's going to go back down on its own. It's actually going pretty fast, and boy, we have a winner. Okay, that was a little too much, wasn't it? Anyway, here it is, an install. Now most of my devices are completely done with intelliarmor. Some of my devices I already had a tempered glass on there, and the nice folks over Jerome, as a matter of fact, I got to shout Jerome out again. This is a little moisture here, it'll leave eventually. Jerome said, get whatever you want. And I was like, okay. Some of my devices have tempered glasses already, like my G4 has a tempered glass already. So, but intelliarmor, Jerome, if you want to hook me up, send me one for the G4, and I will definitely take care of it for you guys. So there you have it. I have a full suite now, perfectly done iOS products. This is not just for iPhones. They actually have, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the actual website. I'm just going to put the website in the description, because there's a lot of, they cover a lot of devices. And I think you guys will be really happy with what you find there. So, thanks again to Jerome over in intelliarmor for hooking this up. He was nice. He reached out to me and said, hey Jay, you know, I like your channel. You want to do some videos with some products? I said, sure. And that's kind of how it happens. I really thank him. I thank intelliarmor for sending these things out to me for review and installation. I promised I'd do it all on camera for him. Jerome, I gave it my best. So these look beautiful, by the way. The screens now look perfect. You can just see straight through all of the screens. Matte screen protectors are nice. However, they do take away from the screen itself. So if you are thinking about doing matte, it's very well possible you could do it. If you don't like the smudges, you know. Nonetheless, this is your boy Jay Will. We have a full suite now. All of my iOS products can go back into their cases, and they all now have intelliarmor. Again, thanks to Jerome Johnson over intelliarmor for reaching out to me. I really appreciate it. They actually have quality products. It actually demos the best on this one because I lifted like 3 or 4 times probably. I think it was 3 times. And there are no pockets anywhere. That is a good quality product. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. It's your man, Jay Will. You can't even really tell what's going on here. You should see that in person. You just can't even tell until you hit the home button. And even then, you really can't tell. I will see you guys in the next video. Remember this right here. We'll end on that note. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Courage to change the things that I can. Wisdom to know the difference. Take care.
Alright everybody, thanks for stopping by. It's your man Jay Will. I really appreciate you watching that video. Be sure to rate, subscribe, thumbs up if you like the video, so I can continue to bring you great content, lots of different products, and everything that you might enjoy in technology. So, deuces, peace, arrivederci, ciao, bella, sayonara. I don't know how to say it in any other African or Chinese or anything. Alright, holla.